Hello everyone, I am Sukitraj dealing with social science for ninth standard. First, I would like to welcome all the students who successfully completed their 8th and promoted to ninth standard. In this video, I would like to introduce my subject in a few words. As you know that we have two textbooks for 2 semesters as part 1 and part 2 with 6 parts. They are history, political science, sociology, geography, economics, and business studies. Altogether, we have 37 lessons divided in two textbooks. In the end, we have all the 37 lessons to study. Now, let me introduce lessons of part 1 textbook. In history part, first lesson, Christianity and Islam is about world's two biggest religion and its founders and contributions. Second one, medieval India and political transition is about Indian rulers during the period of medieval India. Third one, religious and social promoters of India and their contribution to the society. Fourth one is about two major dynasties of Karnataka. They are Vijayanagar and Bahmani empires. Now let us go to political science part. First lesson is our constitution is about Indian constitution, creation of constitution, importance, fundamental rights, duties and DPSP. Second lesson is the Union government is about central government, its structure, power and functions. Third one is continuation part of Union government, state government, which follows same model of Union government with different powers and functions. In sociology part, first lesson is family. In this lesson, we will study what is family, types of family and its features. Second lesson, socialization, which speaks about meaning of socialization, importance and medias of socialization. Next one is geography. Geography lessons also important. Why? Because next year you will study same lessons with some changes. In ninth syllabus, you will study about geography of Karnataka and next year you will study about Indian geography. So first lesson is our state Karnataka, which is about geographical condition of Karnataka. Second one, physiographic divisions of Karnataka. In third lesson, we will study types of climates, soil, natural vegetations of Karnataka. In fourth lesson, we will study major rivers and types of rivers of Karnataka. Fifth one, land resources of Karnataka. Here we will study agriculture, importance, types of crops. In economics part, first lesson is natural resources, which is about types of natural resources are available in Karnataka and its importance. Second one, human resources of India and its importance. In business studies part, in part 1 textbook we have only one lesson, that is management of business, which is about how to manage a business. So these are part 1 lessons. About part 2 lessons we can discuss in coming days. Now let me refer some books for SST along with two textbook books, part 1 and part 2. You need two class works. First class work, which is 200 pages ruled book, I mean lined book for history and economics part. In first book you can write only history and economics lessons related notes. In second one you can write political science, sociology, geography and business studies notes. So you have to divide classwork into two. First one history economics notes, second one you can write remaining four parts lessons notes. We need one more book for a map work. So here you can use plain book or unruled. Map work easily you can practice in unruled book. Along with map work you can do some other homeworks also in the same book. So two textbooks and two class work and one more book for a map work and homework. So these 5 books we needed in this academic year. Once you complete first class work, then you can go to one more. Before ending this video, I would like to say few words what to do to become a successful student. As a teacher, always I expect mainly two basic things among my students. First one is concentration in the classroom. While explaining lesson, you have to concentrate properly. Second one is pin drop silence. Both are interrelated topics. When there is concentration, definitely silence will be there. When there is silence, you can concentrate on studies. When you follow both, you will become a successful student. I said pin drop silence, that means always suppressing your voice is not duty of any teachers. You can raise your voice when you have doubts. According to me, asking doubts also one of the good habit. Why? Because when you completely involve in the subject, you will get some doubts and you will ask respective subject teachers and you can clear and you can get some extra informations. So anytime, whenever you get doubts, you can raise your doubts, you can clear it. One more is answer yourself. When you answer yourself, you will come out from fear and what you will say answer, what you will give answer in the classroom, you can remember it for a long time. So always I expect these 4 basic things among my students. I hope you will follow these basic things. Still many things are there. Once classes starts, we can discuss about other things. So I hope you will follow these things and I expect some good names in this academic year. So I hope you will follow our instructions, be a good student. Finally, once again, a very warm welcome all the students to this new academic year and thank you all. We'll meet soon in online class. Thank you.